Hello everyone, my name is Sammy, probably better known as the Architect. Welcome to today's episode of Bird's Eye View. The goal of this series is to allow us to understand, at a higher level, the various variables that pertain to the business world. The objective for today is to answer the question, what is an ERP and what is its purpose? The best way to start to approach this question is to dissect the meaning of ERP. ERP is an acronym for Enterprise Resource Planning. The definition you can find on the internet may be vague and unclear to certain users. This is why I'm going to take the time to describe it in my own way. In my opinion, the most important part of the acronym is resource, if we want to capture the essence of an ERP. Depending on your company, there may be some type of resource that is important to you that for other enterprises it may be disregarded completely, simply because it is not material enough for them. The type of resources that we usually deem to be material are time, sales, cost of goods sold, taxes, inventory valuation, fixed assets, and debt. The main element that each one of these resources have in common is that they have value for you. Since they have value, you want to track what happened in the past, what is currently in your possession, and what will be in the forecast. Leveraging this information to forge our definition of the forecast is what the planning alludes to. For example, in a professional services company, time is a very important resource. You have, let's say, 40 employees that work 40 hours per week. This totals to 1,600 hours that you need to track every week and monitor. Employees have a cost for employment, but they also have a value for your company. In particular, their time can be billable, or the projects that they're working on will have value for you. Hence, you want to make sure their time is really well planned and their resignation is fairly clear. Organizing the allocation for each project and keeping your team busy is an important part of the planning. In brief words, an ERP is an excellent tool to track what is important and material for your company. This will allow you to take the proper decisions in the future. Since I was able to present my definition of an ERP, I would like to go over another element that is important to grasp. Most ERP software such as NetSuite, Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, Odoo, and SAP all have a similar approach to their systems. They are leveraging a modular approach. This allows you as a company to select only the modules that pertain to your business needs and goals. In most of the modular approaches exists a module that is deemed to be a core module. In the ERP world, this is the accounting module. This falls back to our early discussion on the resources and their value for the company, which can be translated as general ledger impacts, otherwise known as GL impacts. Most of the use cases could be recorded as journal entries, but we will lose a lot of detail and traceability. This is where the other modules come in. They can provide abstract representations of the GL impacts. If we take the sales to cash process video that is available on my channel, we can see that a sales to cash or accounts receivable module will implement the concept of quotes, sales orders, and invoices. Only to name a few other modules, we may have demand planning, project management, accounts receivable, fixed assets, revenue recognition, or demand planning as available modules. The segmentation and content of a module entirely depends on the provider of that module. By understanding the modular approach of an ERP, we can discuss the ability to leverage one of the modules versus an external system, otherwise known as a best of breed. If we are not satisfied by our ERP's implementation of a module, then we can orient ourselves towards integrating from our ERP to an external system. That external system may fulfill that module's task, but with additional features that is really important towards your company's success. For example, you may want to leverage a field services system that provides a localization service coupled with route planning. In this scenario, we may want to communicate the order and customer information from your ERP. Once a work order or service delivery is completed, the external system will communicate back to the ERP that it was fulfilled. In any case, the information that is required to be communicated in each of the domains, which in this case is the account-centric ERP and the operational-driven field services. Each system may have different nomenclature or timing for each of the different steps or flows within your process. Hence, understanding each domain and its lexic is important to elaborate the mappings that are required. This is usually discarded if you decide to leverage your ERP's module implementation. In both cases, we will have pros and cons. This pretty much concludes today's episode of Bird's Eye View. If you found value in today's episode, don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Every week I will post new content that will allow us to explore and learn new topics together. If you would like to support the channel, I would encourage you to take a look at the Consult the Architect Patreon page. Hope you have a great day. See you soon.